is, I often say this is one of my favorite items in the collection for different reasons. One of them is because in the presence of this document, really we travel back in time, and we have the ability to ask questions, questions that will teach us about colonial history in Latin America, but especially about the lives of real people that resided at the heart of Mexico City in the 18th century during the height of the colonial empire, the Spanish Empire in what was called then New Spain. Race was an important factor during the colonial enterprise in the Americas. And so we have examples of ledgers for example, recording mixed marriages, between Europeans or criollos or European born in the Americas. And that is one of the reasons this object or this manuscript is so rich, but it's rich depending on how we decide to see it. We can see it as a tool of empire, of the embodiment of those regulations that for nearly 300 years dominated or subjugated the lives of millions of people in the Americas. And it did that, and it served that specific purpose. But thinking or using it today, it can bring to life so many different things and the kind of questions we can ask. The object can become a site for us to listen to the silences of histories, to the stories of those people that were never or were not allowed to record their own stories in documents like this one, or letters or books. The information is not complete, but we still can hear their voices in a record like this, and try to understand and learn more about their place in this complex colonial societies. We can learn, for example, about their profession. We can learn about family structures, and like I said, the role of godparents, and maybe think about what was the kind of family that operated in these communities. And of course, learn about identities. Why is it that many of the places listed here are still using the indigenous language or the indigenous names instead of the Spanish names that were given to many of these places that, in substitution for the original names. So as we turn the pages, there's so much that we can take away from an object like this, but always thinking and asking, questions that engage in like social responsible research.